Next topic is dimension of sequential covering algorithm, or a decision tree algorithm, or a summary of learning set of rules. So they can ask the question as, what are the different dimensions that is there for a sequential covering algorithm and a decision tree algorithm? Then you have to write this. But they will not ask the question like the summary of a learning set of rules. So they'll ask a question like, what are the different dimensions that is present in these two algorithm. Let's see what are the different dimensions that is being present in the sequential covering algorithm and a decision tree learning algorithm. So the first dimension, so in the first dimension, the sequential covering algorithm, we know that it learns one rule at a time. So as I told, the sequential covering, it is a step-by-step process. It is going to consider one particular training example, formulates the rules, and when it moves to the second training example, it is going to remove the first training example in its memory. So it is a learn one rule at a time. So it is going to remove the covered examples and repeat the process on the remaining examples. Whereas in a decision tree learning algorithm, it uses an ID3 algorithm. ID3, it is nothing but an iterative detomizer algorithm. Here it learns the entire set of disjunction simultaneously as a single search. We know that a disjunction, it is nothing but an OR function, whereas a conjunction, it is an AND function. Disjunction, it is an OR function, means when either of the conditions must be true, then the final target concept, it is going to be true. That is, we know that how OR is going to work. That is, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 1. So that is similar way the disjunction, it is also going to work. So thus we say that an ID3 algorithm, it is called as a simultaneous covering algorithm. So when I compare a sequential covering algorithm and a simultaneous covering algorithm, so which one to prefer? That is, we are going to prefer a sequential covering algorithm if the data is plentiful, and a simultaneous covering algorithm when the data is scarce. So data in the sense that is a complete database we are going to consider. Next, the second dimension. So the first dimension, it is about the sequential covering algorithm and a decision tree algorithm, that is nothing but simultaneous algorithm, and to choose which one to prefer. So that is about the first dimension. The second dimension is the direction of a search in learn one rule. The search can be in the form of general to specific hypothesis or a specific to general hypothesis. So we know that general to specific hypothesis, the advantage of a general to specific hypothesis is there is single general hypothesis from which we are going to begin to search many specific hypotheses. So we can say that the general to specific hypothesis, it is an one to many, in the sense we have one general hypothesis. From one general hypothesis, we are going to find many specific hypotheses. So that's why we say that general to specific hypothesis, it is one to many hypotheses. Whereas if we consider many such specific hypotheses, then we are going to find the general hypothesis, means it is in the form of many to one. So which one to choose the best? So here when we compare a general to specific hypothesis or a specific to general hypothesis, general to specific search is better, since a specific hypothesis that is many to one, it is unclear as which one to choose as the starting point of the search. So we should know, right, which one to choose the starting point of the search when we have a many specific hypothesis. So that's why we are going to choose general to specific hypothesis or a general to specific search as the best one. So I'll revise it again. So in the second dimension, we are going to find out which direction of searching is the best one. So we have a two direction. One is a general to specific search and next is a specific to general search. As we all know that the general to specific hypothesis search, it is an one to many, whereas a specific to general search, it is many to one. So it is difficult for us to choose which one as a starting point of the search if we are considering the specific to general hypothesis. That's why we choose general to specific search as the best one. Next, third dimensionality. So third dimension is whether the learn one rule search is a generate then test or it is an example driven. Now what is meant by generate then test? The generate then test, the hypothesis space for an individual training example is generated and then it is going to be tested. So here the noise is going to be minimized, and it is, since the noise is going to be minimized, we say that our machine is robust, where it is capable of, or it is having a strength against the noise. Generate then test means the hypothesis space for an individual training example is generated and then it is going to be tested. So whereas an example driven, it is based on a standard example of finders and candidate elimination algorithm. I have already explained finders and candidate elimination algorithm in the class. So here there may be a noisy training examples that has been present. So noisy training example in the sense, suppose if I consider the database, some of the attribute values if it is missing, or some of the attribute values if it is overlapped, then we say that it is an noisy training example. So here in an example driven, some of the training examples may have a noise in it, but it is less robust and thus there will be an errors in it. So this is about the third dimensionality. In third dimensionality, we have studied about generate then test and example driven. Next, fourth dimensionality. The fourth dimensionality is about the pruning. So pruning, it is nothing but trimming or cutting away the decision tree. So if I consider a decision tree, in a decision tree, some of the subtrees or the leaves or the nodes must be trimmed or cutted away. So unnecessary lengthening of the decision trees must not be done. So always the best decision tree and the smallest decision tree must be chosen. So unnecessary decision tree, it is going to increase the memory space. So that's why we are going to perform the pruning. That is nothing but trimming or cutting away. So here in the fourth dimensionality, we have considered the post pruning. The post pruning, it is nothing but the tree is built first and then the reduction of the branches and the levels of a decision tree, it has been performed. So understand, pruning, it is of a two types. So that is a pre-pruning and a post-pruning. Pre-pruning, it is nothing but halting or cutting the subtree construction initially before the final tree construction occurs. That is called as pre-pruning. So here in the fourth dimensionality, that is in a learning set of rules, we are using a post-pruning, not the pre-pruning. Post-pruning in the sense is the tree is built first and then the reduction of branches and the levels of a decision tree occurs. Next, the fifth dimensionality. The fifth dimensionality, it is about the performance. So performance is nothing but the measure of the quality of the hypothesis or the prediction that we are going to do it. So performance is used to guide the search in an learn one rule. So we have various evaluation functions attached to the performance. So I already told performance, it is used in order to indicate the quality of an hypothesis space or the prediction what we are going to perform. So here we have a three evaluation functions. So first evaluation function, it is relative frequency. So relative frequency, it is given by NC by N. So here NC, it is nothing but number of examples classified correctly, whereas n denotes the number of examples the rule matches. Next, second one is M estimate of accuracy. M estimate of accuracy, it is given by a formula NC plus MP divided by N plus M, where M indicates the number of examples covered and P indicates the prior assumed accuracy. Next, we have an entropy. Entropy, it is used to measure the performance. Entropy, it indicates the homogeneity of a system. Homogeneity, it is nothing but it indicates how many number of positive examples or the negative examples that is being present in the target concept. I already told positive examples in the sense that is the target concept is yes. If I consider an enjoy sport database, if the target concept is yes, then it is a positive example. If it is no, then it is a negative example. So here entropy indicates the measure of a homogeneity, means the single type of an target concept, either positive or either negative. So entropy, it is given by a formula summation of I equal to 1 to C pi into log to the base 2 of pi. So pi here, it indicates the probability of an input values, and why it is considered with the base 2 here is because the entropy, it is a binary representation. It can take either the 0 or 1 values. So only 2 values it is going to take. That's why here it is written log to the base 2. So here the C indicates the number of distinct values of target function, and pi here it indicates the proportion of example from S. That is a complete data set that is considered. So this is the fifth dimensionality, so which indicates about the performance. So performance here, and these three are the evaluation functions. So how the question can be asked is explain the dimension of sequential covering algorithm and then decision tree algorithm.